Hello. So, I just woke up and I had like this crazy dream and I thought, might as well record it before I forget about it. Because I'd like to let someone know about it. Basically it's about my one friend. It was really crazy. It was a good dream. So my one friend was running from the cops, right? And, God, it's really nice out. Look at the clouds. I don't know if you can see them because I can't even really see anything. But, hold on, the camera's like being weird. I don't know if it's gonna record that way. Can't really tell. It's like bright as fuck. But, okay, so like, my friend was running from the cops, and, for some reason, I had to go grocery shopping at Tops, and so he came with me, but I was like, dude, you can't come because there were cops for some reason in Tops, like, waiting for him, and there were, yeah, I just said I just woke up, so my mind's fuzzy, but, I put lipstick on before I made this video. But, there were cameras, like, looking for him. And then at every, like, stand in Tops, like, you know, like, some Tops have, like, Tim Hortons, and then, like, you know, the deli area and all that, there were cops, like, standing in there waiting, like, in case, like, he came up and asked for, like, something, you know? And, with their, like, laptops to see, like, if he's walking around any other section in Tops. And, we walked by the Tim Hortons, but it wasn't really, like, a Tim Hortons, it was, like, just, like, some place you ordered drinks. He's like, yo, let's get that drink. And I'm like, nah, like, you know, cop shit, yada, yada, yada. So we don't. And then, I don't remember what happened there. But I remember, like, after that, but I remember, like, us going back to Tops. And, we ended up getting that drink. And, I'm like, so let's just get that drink, dude. Like, whatever. Like, fuck it. Like, I mean, how they really gonna know, you know? And, I'm like, so what's the name of that drink? And he's like looking at the guy. And I'm like, what's the name of it? And he's like, I'm like, dude, really? And like, I'm getting like aggravated in my dream. And I'm like, I don't really know the name of it. It's like this ice cream type drink with a bunch of fudge on top and a bunch of like peanuts. And he's like, all right, you know, I don't really know what that is, but you know, I'll like try to figure out what it is. I'm like, just make a fucking ice cream drink with like a bunch of fudge and a bunch of peanuts. And he's like, all right, whatever. So, you know, there's cameras there and shit, and we start walking, and all of a sudden, like, somehow my friend gets noticed. And, they're like, fuck, so he runs out of the doors, and I'm, like, stuck, because, like, there's just, like, a bunch of people. So I'm, like, sitting there, and they're like, well, who was with him? Who was with him? And shit like that, and, they're like, I don't know, let's, you know, go back. I'm like, you know, the record and shit. So they go back, and they see my face, and I'm, like, standing there, like, at the fucking stand, smiling. I look like a fucking retard. And, they're like, there she is, oh! And I'm like, oh man, fuck, you know? And, so I run, and I'm like, dude, we have to run. So, like, we're running, and, like, we go in, like, some warehouse, and they follow us, and then we finally get into this car. In the car, there was this kid that I used to know. It was, like, one of my brother's friends, and, like, I used to hang out with him, like, once in a while and shit. He was cool. But, he was in the car, and he was driving, so we jump in the fucking car, and I'm, like, trying to jump in the car. It's, like, really, like, you ever have, like, a dream where, like, you're running, but you run really slow, and it's, like, annoying? I'm trying to jump in the car, and, like, my legs are in there. I can't get in the car for some reason, but, like, he's still driving with me, like, half out of the car. And, like, we start driving, all of a sudden it starts snowing, right? And, like, we're just, like, trying to get the fuck out of here, like, racing out the cops. Like, the cops are almost getting us. People are running after us with pitchforks. And, so we get to this house, right? And the house is covered with snow, so, like, it's kind of, like, hidden. And, we go inside, and, oh, man, I wish I can really remember the whole dream. Like, it was intense. He never ends up getting caught. But, almost a few times. And, well, first, like, we go over this, like, crazy hill, right? Oh, and then my friend, he starts driving, and, like, he's going all fucking crazy because the cops are behind us, so he drives. And, like, we're on the Adirondack Mountains. I don't know how that happened. And, he drives, and he almost drives over the fucking hill, and I'm like, fuck, dude. And I'm, like, trying to get out the car, and, like, the mountain is, like, kind of, like, tilted this way, and, I'm like, oh shit, grab my hand, and all of a sudden my friend Takari is there. And he grabs my hand, and I'm like, fuck, man, you know? And so, like, I grab, like, the other people who are in the car's hand to, like, grab them up, and we run into this house that's covered with snow. And we're, like, all, like, going up the stairs, running, and we go in this attic, and there's, like, this lady. I don't know who she is, but, like, she was with us all of a sudden, and she goes into this room, and she, like, I don't know, and then, like, we go back, and, or we go into this other room, and then I just wake up. But it was, like, really fucking crazy. It was, like, really fucking, like, I don't know. It was insane, but it was a good dream. Like, it was, like, really, like, insane. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go now. It's really nice out, so I'm just gonna sit here. I wish I had a fucking cigarette, dude. You have no idea. And I haven't even smoked in, like, I can't even tell you how long, like, a few months. So, I quit. But I really, really, really want it right now. But, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to let you go. Thanks for listening. Bye.